Hi YouTube, it's Lena and I'm here today with Empties and Empties. Yeah, I waited another extra month to do these again. I need to stop that. And I think starting next year I'm just going to number my Empties instead of doing them by month because I still want to do them monthly. But if I'm a little bit more behind in the month or say I miss a month, I won't feel as bad. So, I will say this time I did organize them, like even in my bag over here for November. I still have, you know, my makeup separated and my sheet masks and samples separated. So I can at least be more organized about it this time. As always, first I'm going to do makeup, then full and travel size, and then sheet masks and samples, like foil samples. But I will do both of my makeup months at the same time. Oh, this is gonna look like a disaster. All right, so for October's makeup, I have the Milani Make It Fresh Fruit Fetish Mango Coconut Setting Spray. I did like this, and I didn't like the Make It Last setting spray before when I tried it. And I had a defective sprayer. I realized why, because this one sprayed fine. Now, I will say you can't like unscrew these, which is why it bothered me so bad that the sprayer was completely messed up. It was one of those that kept sputtering. I had to hold it like a full arm's length from my face to make it work right. This one worked fine. I know looking back on it, I should have like sprayed it on a beauty blender or something and then patted it on like that, but that never occurred to me. But I did really like this. I did purchase a couple of the other scents. I didn't repurchase this one, but I decided to try the other. I think it's like 2 of them. So you'll be seeing more of those in the future. I have the Douce Punk Volume Mascara. I didn't really care for this. The formula was all right, but the brush is too soft. Like, it's too flexible. I can't quite get it through my lashes the way I want to. And Douce Cosmetics, I don't know why they're so expensive. Like, this is a, I think, $22 mascara, and I don't get it. I wouldn't pay half that. But like, it's a fairly decent equivalent to a drugstore mascara, but I wouldn't even want to pay $12 for that. I probably wouldn't want to pay more than like 10. But certainly at that price, I would not repurchase. I finally finished this. It is the Sally Hansen Sheerest Cream Blush in Beaming. They don't sell makeup products anymore. I've had this forever, and a friend of mine gave it to me, but it was a really pretty color. It did blend very nicely onto the skin. Unfortunately, you can't get it anymore. All right. Digging down in here, because I have a lot of perfume vials in here. Here we have the Nature's Cartel Gloss in Static. It's just a clear gloss. I got this through Ipsy, and it's really, really small for a full-size gloss. Like, it's only 2.2 milliliters. So I went ahead and used it up for a project pan so that I could have another gloss out of my collection. It's fine, but for so little product, I would definitely not repurchase. It was pretty. Like, it was a pretty glittery gloss. But like I said, too expensive. Wouldn't repurchase. I also have the Ofra Makeup Fixer Setting Spray. I didn't really care for this. I don't think it did anything special. And this was one where I didn't really like the sprayer either. And maybe it's because I was using less because I didn't like it. But it took me forever to go through this. Like, it took me months for 2 ounces of product. I don't know what was going on with that. I know I'm wearing makeup less, but I didn't realize it was quite that much less. All right, so I have the Purely's Youth Glow Vitamin C CC Cream. It did look nice on the skin. My shade is in Fair. And the shade did work for me. It was a little too dewy for my oily skin. I do have the regular CC cream. I haven't tried it yet. I got it through a BoxyCharm box. And I haven't used it yet because I've been panning foundations all year. But I finished my L'Oreal foundation. So now I'm going back and trying out a few foundations that I got in like BoxyCharm and stuff like that. That I just kind of set to the side rather than trying. But This was fine, a little too glowy for my skin. If you're normal to dry skin though, you might like this if you like a more dewy look. Like, I had to set the crap out of it. Now, I have taped this together to not lose the ends, but this is actually a duo eyeliner. It's the Rimmel Ombre eyeliner. It was the green one. it's a pretty color, but A, I'm trying to go cruelty free. Rimmel's not cruelty free. And the ombre part, it was like a white liner, but it kind of just made it shift to a different color. It was kind of unnecessary. I wound up using that as a base to just kind of get it used up and out of my collection. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. Now this eyeliner I had some issue with, and I shouldn't have finished it so early, but it fell out. It's the Trestique mini eye pencil in black sand. But it was really dry the entire time I used it, and it wasn't that old. So when it fell out, I just kind of said screw it. And I have the Mellow Cosmetics Brow Definer. Now this is a triangular shaped eyebrow pencil right here. I don't normally like these. I don't get as much precision as I would like. That's why I prefer a micro pencil or even a powder. However, this was nice and creamy. If you're into that sort of thing, I do recommend it. It's just not for me. I'm using up the Revolution Beauty Brow Definer right now that has the same shape, and it's also really nice as far as creaminess is concerned. So that one is probably both a little bit easier to get. Mellow Cosmetics, I think you just have to buy from their website. I got that through BoxyCharm. And it's cheaper to buy Revolution Beauty, so I might recommend that one over that one, but it's pretty good. Now, as far as makeup samples, I have two of the Pretty Vulgar Lava Water Foundation in No Filter, and the Naked Truth. Naked Truth was the one that really matched me because it's an 02. I surprisingly liked this. Like, I heard lava water, I thought it was going to be really moisturizing, it wouldn't set well on my skin, but it was actually quite matte. So, would I purchase this? I don't necessarily know. I have foundations that I like that are cheaper than Pretty Vulgar is, but I did find it to be a good foundation for my oily ass skin. So, I do think it's a good foundation, at least out of those like 2 days of wear that I got. I have the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. This was, I mean, you can't tell much from these little things, but it did like set well. This little bit that I used was able to set well on my skin. I used up the darker one as a contour. That's how I try to get at least a little more usage out of these, is to try to use at least one as a contour. And it wasn't, you know, super dewy or anything like that, so I liked it. I wouldn't hate getting a real sample of it to use. Pat McGrath is expensive though. Here we have the Ilia Super Serum Skin Tint. I only used one of these because it's very, very liquidy. I didn't think it would work to like leave it sitting for a day to use another one as like a contour, because there was a lot of product in this. Like, I got this all over my face. I liked it fine. For being a skin tint, had a surprising amount of coverage. It was still really light, but it did actually, like, you know, cover the redness in my cheeks and all that kind of stuff. If you like a really light foundation, I would recommend this. It has 18 shades, which is not great, but I mean, it's a pretty decent range, so you might be able to find something in there for you. Ilia is another one of those that's really expensive, but if you're somebody that really likes, you know, just very clean beauty, like not a lot of chemicals in it, they're a good brand for that. I think you can get them at Sephora. I think that's where I got that from. The Benefit Professional, I've mentioned this a million times. It is a good enough primer if you want to fill in pores, but I think it smells horrible. It's very perfumed. Benefit's not cruelty free anyway, but I've went through a full size of that sucker before. I know my way around that primer. And buying that full size was how I learned, really, really learned that I hated the smell of it. Got some perfumes here. We have the Kate Spade in Full Bloom. I did like this. Miss Dior, it was fine. This I really liked, and this is cruelty free, so I might purchase it in the future. It is the Lake and Sky 1111 Fragrance Oil. And looking up reviews, because you can actually get this from Ulta, the oil and the perfume have even though they say both 1111, have slightly different scents, so I would make sure to get the oil. And while this is not my type of scent at all, like, it is described as a blend of, combines a blend of white ambers, the sheer, clear, and uplifting fragrance. So, not my type of thing at all, but I really liked how it smelled on me. So, I would actually consider purchasing this at least in the oil. And finally, for October at least, I had the Body Fantasies Layering Collection body sprays. One is Tropical Wish and one is Cozy Cotton. Neither one of them I really liked. Tropical Wish would be the one I'm more likely to like, but maybe it's just sat too long, but I didn't even really care for it. So that is October. And November, it's not like I have a lack of bags here. I don't have to scramble to find these. I have the foundation that I think I mentioned actually. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Total Coverage Foundation. Despite L'Oreal not being cruelty free, I do like this foundation, especially if you want something full coverage, like it definitely covers that. It's a mousse foundation, so if you're not into that, you wouldn't like this anyway. But yeah, can't repurchase it, not cruelty free. I do have a review on that I can link down below that I did like 2 or 3 years ago. Let's see, I have the Tarte Stay Spray Setting Spray. This is fine. I have a full size of it over on my other vanity where I keep a lot of my makeup. That I got from like Ipsy Glam Bag Plus a while back. It's a good setting spray. I like the Urban Decay All Nighter better. So if I'm going to go high end, that's what I'm going to purchase over this. But it's not bad. Here we have, look, it's all like crooked now. The Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. It has this little pump so you get basically everything out of it. I didn't feel like cutting it open to get like maybe one use left because it sucked it all out and nothing else comes out anymore. Let's see. Yep, nothing else comes out anymore, so I'm just going to trust that it's empty. I really like this. It keeps me matte. I like the smell of it. I know you're not supposed to use stuff that's heavily fragranced, but I like it, so I don't really care. I would repurchase the full size actually. I got this as part of a kit because I wanted to, because I had used up a couple of like the little minis that you get for like a free code from Sephora and stuff like that, and I wanted to see if over like a couple of months if I liked it. And this, I still got like 2.5 months of usage out of this for, I think it's like $17 to buy, to like just buy this on its own. So I would definitely buy the full size and then be using it like all year because I think you get like over an ounce of product in these. We got the Milani Dangerous Lengths Mascara. I didn't love this at first, like I just thought it was okay, but it really grew on me, so I think it might be one of those that gets better as it dries out a little bit. The wand is a little weird, but unlike the Douce one, it works somehow. So I would actually totally repurchase this again. I don't need to purchase any mascara. I have a drawer full, so if I needed to like go purchase a mascara right now or to recommend a cruelty-free one, go try this. It's like $9.99. It's not bad at all. My final red lip liner. I kind of need to buy a new one, but I'm putting it off and trying to use up something else instead. This is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in Red the Scene. Actually, the last little bit of it fell out, but it was like a minuscule amount. It was only a couple of uses, so I just kind of like let it go. This is actually a really good lip liner. I wish Wet n Wild was more upfront about where they want to sell, because then I might trust them to purchase from them again. So I know some people don't consider them cruelty-free, and some people do because of new knowledge found out about aftermarket testing, how it's not that it's not a thing, it's that it's so expensive. It's cheaper to just pull a product off the shelves rather than pull it back and do testing on it on animals. And supposedly, there's just as much likelihood of it happening in America as there is in China. That's the word I've heard, so, but instead of just being upfront about wanting to sell in China, they hid it and lied about it, and that's why I don't buy from them. Anyways, I would not purchase this again, even though I do really like it. And unfortunately, it's really hard to get Jordana now because, I don't know, like they're kind of in my local Walgreens, but not really. And that used to be the red lip liner in Sedona Red that I absolutely loved and have gone through like 4 or 5 of those damn things. I tend to go through a red lip liner once a year, and usually that was what I bought, but I couldn't find it last time I bought a red lip liner, so I bought that instead. Next is the Stila. What are you called exactly? Shade Mystery in the shade Charmed. They don't make these anymore. They discontinued them because people didn't like them for some reason. I did really like it. It was a very pretty color. I actually depotted a bunch of this at one point and a little bit of it dried up on me, but for the most part, I got basically everything. Because I mean, I scraped this sucker out because it was getting harder and harder to get product out. And I know when you pop the stopper off, it starts drying out anyway. So I just depotted it all into another thing. So I think I got at least everything that I was going to be able to use out of it. Thus is why I'm considering it an empty despite a little bit of it drying out. This was really pretty. It's like a shimmery light purple, pinky purple color. If I could buy this again, I probably would because it's stunning and I wore it a lot. I was wearing it because I was panning it because I wanted to make sure that it didn't dry out with like 2/3 of the product left. Now I know a lot of people don't want to buy these as much anymore, like the regular Stila Glitter and Glows, because if you don't use them, they dry out. No shit. I got a couple of the drugstore dupes of these. Like I got one from Milani and I got one from, I want to say Essence. So I'm going to work on those next year. But once I use those up, if Milani still makes theirs, I would probably buy theirs because they're really nice. But if nobody else is making them, I would just buy another Stila Glitter and Glow. Man, you just gotta pick like your one color that you're gonna buy, 1 to 2 colors. Don't buy all 800 of them, and just use them. It's not difficult. And I know some people are like, I can't wear glitter every day. Yes, you can. I promise. Like unless you're in like a super professional setting, you could probably wear it every day and people are just going to be like, ooh, pretty eyeshadow versus what the frick are you wearing? So I promise you can probably wear it regularly enough to where you can get all your usage out of it. Here we have the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I do really like this, and I mean it lasted me all damn year, so I feel like I got $38 worth out of it. I got this one through BoxyCharm, so I didn't pay for it. I don't know if I would pay the full $38 because that's just, you know, a lot of damn money to lay down at once for a primer. Because I really like the NYX one, their pore filler. It works. This one works a little bit better, I will give it that, but that one works really good and it's like half the price. And that one still lasts me like 4 to 6 months, just depending on how often I'm using it. But this is really good and I would definitely consider it. You can only get Cover FX from Ulta now. You can't get it from Sephora anymore though, which is sad. One of my AOA Studio makeup sponges. I love these. I would definitely repurchase. I'm using one right now and I have a couple of backups because when I buy from that website about once a year, give or take. And when I do, I just buy like 4 or 5 of them because those last, for $1.55, those last me longer than any other makeup sponge. I don't know why. And they're really soft and they blend your makeup really well and they aren't tested on animals. And if you buy the $1.55 one, they even donate the 55 cents to animal charities. So no complaints. Here we have the LOC Shadow Stick and this says On Point, but I believe it's been changed to Champagne Problems. This is a really pretty color. This one's old, like that kind of old. The glue actually dried up in the bottom. For you get 10. It costs $10, but the stick is like this long, but that still lasts you several months of pretty daily usage. At least it did for me. So I would buy at least like a kit from that off of Birchbox's website because I believe that's the only place you can get it from. And here we have the Laura Geller lip liner in nude, I want to say. It's a very pretty lip liner, very creamy, lasted me several months. No complaints there. Where the hell do you buy a Laura Geller from now? Like I know it's cruelty free and it would be a great brand to buy from, but it's like they left Ulta, so I don't know where to get them other than obviously their own website. You know, it's so much more fun to be able to knock something over. It's so much more fun to be able to buy like all your different brands in one place. That's why like Ulta and Sephora really work, and I would love for them to be at some website like that at least. All right. Nope, I got one more thing and then I can get onto my makeup samples, of which there aren't many in this one. With the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara, I use this as a layering mascara because it's a very kind of natural mascara on me. And for that, it works. It's too expensive for me to want to purchase it for that. And for some reason with this one, I do stab myself occasionally with it. So I have to be careful. So it works fine for layering, but I wouldn't purchase it for that. It's one of those that comes as gift with purchases a lot though, so I tend to end up with it every now and then. This is the only makeup sample I have this month. It is the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. I used Fair and Medium. I used Fair as my shade. I used Medium to contour with, and it didn't work well for that. It is a really nice concealer. I have the Tarte Shape Tape right now. Like, it's a mini, but that'll last me forever. So I definitely don't need to be purchasing any concealers right now, especially ones from Tarte. But it's a good one if you find, you know, Shape Tape to be a little too much. I got perfumes. Instead of using a full-size perfume, I'm trying to go through all of my samples right now. I have the Nest Bamboo and Jasmine Body Mist. That really did not work for me. Like, something about my body chemistry really hated that one. I used it as a room spray. Giorgio Armani C, I do like, but they're not cruelty-free, I believe. And Narciso Rodriguez for Her, I did enjoy. It is her for the signature Heart of Musk is surrounded by osmanthus notes in amber wood. So it was a pretty nice scent. I have no idea about their cruelty-free status though. Oh, I left this. Oh shit. I caught it on my hand. I finished an eyeshadow in November. This is the Ulta shade in Legend, I believe. It's like this, you know, light blue. I wouldn't call it pastel by any means, but it's not dark either, but it's a pretty shade. Out of the Avengers palette, the shades are a little on the powdery side, and if you're not careful with them, like use a good primer and a base, they tend to muddy a little bit after a few hours. You can get around that, and if you can get them for cheap, go for it. Or if they're, you know, promoting something some collab that you really enjoy, go for it. Just to use them, you have to work with them a little bit. So now I can get into the actual box after 20 minutes. I'm gonna be here forever. First, so I noticed at this bottle side, it is the Cinema Secrets Makeup Brush Cleanser. I really like this. Now, I will say, I recently purchased the NYX On The Spot Makeup Brush Cleanser. They're both the same price, but this one is 4 ounces and this one's 2. And I can get this one from Ulta. And I like the Cinema Secrets a little bit more, but this is still good. So I don't know if I'm gonna purchase this again. Maybe if I happen to be making an Ulta order and I need a brush cleanser, like it's just one of those that you spray on a cloth and then you wipe your brush on it and it cleans it off for another use. It doesn't work with like cream products or anything like that, but just to get like eyeshadow off of it, it works fine. So I like to keep one around. I may not repurchase in the future because I do like the NYX one fine, but NYX stuff at Ulta especially tends to be rotated in and out. So in 6 months, this might not be there. And then I know I can go back to that. Because my favorite micellar water, they don't sell it at Ulta anymore, but I buy it from the NYX website. Actually, speaking of micellar waters, not the NYX one, this is the Soap and Glory Glamour Clean Toning Micellar Water. This has the weirdest goddamn smell to it. Then I got a lot of Soap and Glory stuff, guys. Like, I don't like their signature scent. But that is not this scent either. Like, it's just something weird and kind of unpleasant. I was able to use it up. I used up this last chunk of it as actually taking off my makeup, which it does fine. But I also use micellar waters to wash my face in the mornings because I'm lazy. And better to wash it with a micellar water than not wash it at all. That's how I feel about that. So, I don't recommend this. It smells really weird, but it does work. And you do get over 11 ounces of product, but the NYX one is cheaper. And I like it more, most partially because it doesn't smell weird. And my only issue with the NYX one is that you gotta buy it from their website. I didn't just buy it, I bought them last year, but I bought like 3 of them at a time. Just do it like that. Like the best micellar water you're gonna find that's cruelty free is the damn NYX one, honestly. Oh God, this makes me sad. I can't tell you guys to buy this anymore. The Zany Laney spray and Horologist. It was strawberry, citrus, and pomegranate based off of Pirates of the Caribbean. Had to think. I wish I could repurchase this. I loved her scents, but they went out of business this year. Also, I have one in the little guy with cherry, cheesecake, and blueberry based off of Captain America. It smelled amazing. Wish I could repurchase. I'd repurchase both. I wish I could repurchase this. It is the Bedhead TIGI Mini After Party Smoothing Cream for hair. I loved it. It smells great, but it's not cruelty free. I would say the packaging's a little weird. Like, what is this? What does this look like? I don't know, but I used it up. Can't repurchase, but it was nice while I had it. Here's the Rituals, the Ritual Sakura Sensational Foaming Shower Gel. I'm not entirely sure of their cruelty-free status, but if they are cruelty-free, it's a little expensive, but if I wanted to treat myself to a nice body wash, I would repurchase this. Its scent is organic rice milk and cherry blossom, and it's not my favorite, but it's fine. I have another one in like orange blossom or something, or orange Buddha, I think actually, that I like better. This I would not repurchase because damn packaging broke on me at some point. It is the GV Exfoliating Face Wash, but it's like a chemical exfoliator, not a physical one. And the product itself is really nice, but my pump broke and didn't want to work right. And finally I got mad and pumped it all into a little pot and used it up that way. But wouldn't repurchase that based on the packaging breaking on me. We had the Mud Masky Aftermask Vitamin Serum. This is a nice serum. It's a little on the more heavy moisturizing side. But being made for like an after mask, like a charcoal mask, it actually really works for that. This is a bit on the expensive side. I think it's like $55, so I wouldn't purchase. I got this from Ipsy, but I did enjoy it for what it was. Tula Probiotics and Superfoods, the Cult Cleanser. I think this was one that had a weird smell. Was this the one that had a weird smell? It's not weird, but it's very potent, so wouldn't repurchase that. Tula's expensive, and the cleanser didn't blow my socks off. Oh, I wish I could repurchase you the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleanser Mask. I wish I could, but you're not cruelty-free. It makes me sad. This didn't do anything. It's the 111 Skin Cryo ATP Sports Booster. I think it's like an essence. Like I said, didn't do anything. Got it from Ipsy, used it up. I can't get any more of this to actually pump out. Now that it's settled though, I might set it upside down again and see if I can get another usage. But it's the Ulta Beauty 3-in-1 Smoothie and Creamy Colada. They don't make these anymore. They make something slightly different now. This did smell very good though, so I will miss it. We have the Milk Makeup, I believe it's like Strawberry Brightening Serum. It's one of their things that comes in like the tube or whatever. Didn't like this. And it was watermelon serum because I complained it didn't smell like watermelon. If you tell me that your product is watermelon, it better smell like damn watermelon. And I don't think it did anything for me on top of it. Generation Clay Detoxifying Charcoal Mask. That was nice. Their masks are kind of expensive, but if I could catch them on a sale, I would consider purchasing. This I really liked. The Balance Me Congested Skin Serum. And I mentioned at the time that I finished this initially that I'm not entirely sure if it did something for me, but I did like, you know, the consistency and everything. I'm breaking out now, so I really miss this. Here we have the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel. Neutrogena is not cruelty free, can't repurchase. If you are oily skinned though, that is a nice one. Here's the Exuviance Probiotic Lysate Anti-Pollution Essence. Not impressed, wouldn't seek it out again. The BASD Body Lotion in Seductive Sandalwood. I'm one of those people that finds that sandalwood smells like pepper. Doesn't really mix well with my body chemistry. And it was a little hard to rub in, so would not seek that out. Here's another brand I'm going to miss. The Shiseido Ibuki Beauty Sleeping Mask. Did smell really good to me. It's a perfumed scent, but I really like it. Fortunately, Shiseido, not cruelty free. Can't repurchase. I feel like I say that a lot. Here's the Vitabath Dreamy Pink Frosting Body Wash. I don't think they sell this scent anymore, but it smells amazing. This was in my travel bag, but when I got back from visiting my mom for her birthday, I only had a little bit left, so I just went ahead and used the rest of it up. My camera stopped. Fun. Next is the Urban Decay Makeup Meltdown Remover Dissolving Spray. It's a makeup remover that you spray, and it worked fine, but I don't think I want to spray my oily makeup remover all over my face. Interesting to try though. And finally, for October, I still got all of November plus, you know, samples and stuff to do. I have the Strivectin intensive concentrate for wrinkles and stretch marks. I did like this. So Strivectin's really expensive, but I did like it. So all right, now we're into November, and I'm knocking stuff all over my desk. Okay, I will have to insert a picture of this because it is a bath bomb. I will insert that here. But this was a Pretties for Your Face butterfly bath bomb. Really pretty, did smell really good. I can still smell it off of this. I don't think they're making this one anymore, but I would repurchase bath bombs from them in the future. I will link them down below. They are an online independent company. Here I have the Bow Tree Blemish Calming Pads. These actually are biodegradable, so I don't feel bad about using them. But they are these little like cottony pads soaked in a toner. I did really enjoy them, and that might be why I'm breaking out too, because I ran out of those. But I actually would, I got these free to test, but I would consider repurchasing them. My battery died. Ugh, I love life, don't you? All right, I think this is where I left off. I have these Spongel Mani-Pedi treatment pads. Now, the Spongel things are like the big sponges that come with like the body wash in them. They're huge and they're really hard, so they're kind of awkward to use. Well, these are similar in that aspect. It comes with two of them. It's got the scrubby bit on one side and like the soft sponge on the other. I actually liked these better for using on my body because they were actually like movable. You know, I did tear this one up eventually, so I used these a lot more than I normally use those. I don't think I would get these again, especially not just for my feet, but I did like them better than I liked the full body ones, honestly. I have another bath bomb. This is the Da Bomb Bath F-Bomb. I will insert a photo of it here. This is lavender in it, which caught me off guard because I didn't realize it when I bought it because I bought it online. But it wasn't overpowering. It was nice. I don't know if I would necessarily buy this again. It was kind of expensive, but it was okay. And I also have a Pretties for Your Face Troll Bath Bomb that I will insert a picture of here. Oh god, this thing was so colorful. Not only did it have like the pink from the hair, but it had like a chunk of purple and blue on the inside, so the bath turned all sorts of colors as it dissolved. I admit I didn't love the smell of this one as much. I liked the butterfly one more, but I didn't mind it, and it was still really fun to use. And it's most of what I use a bath bomb for anyway, just kind of fun. Here is another Zany Laney spray. This is from Ashes. It was based on Jean Grey. It is lime, raspberry, and mint. Wish I could get it again. Here's the Pretty Filter Waterful Glow Cream. I did really enjoy this. I like a gel-based moisturizer, and this was one of those. It has an interesting scent. I don't mind it, but it's a little on the perfumed side, so if you don't like that, that might not be for you. I know people, oh, it's the Touch and Soul Pretty Filter. My bad. Because like the logo for the brand is like teeny tiny down here, but it says Pretty Filter all big right there. So I would consider repurchasing that personally, but if you have dry skin, it might not be enough for you. It was plenty enough for mine though. Here we have the BioRace Pore Tightening Pearl Clay Cleanser. I got this from Ipsy. I liked it fine. Like, it definitely helped, like, you know, deep cleanse and tighten things up a little bit, but there's, of all these kinds of masks, like, I could say this for the Generation Clay mask as well, honestly. I can find that kind of stuff in the drugstore. I don't necessarily need to order it on, like, from an online company and pay more for it. Like, the Queen Helene Mint Julep mask I really like, is cruelty-free, and I could just go buy it from, like, Sally's, so I don't mind using them when I get them from like Ipsy or whatever, but they're not necessarily something I would like jump out of my way to get again. Here is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. I love this stuff. It's my favorite thing to use on my hair. This is a 4-ounce bottle, but I have other stuff that I'm working on right now, but I would totally repurchase. I've gone through multiples of this in the past. Mostly the 2-ounce ones, but I bought that one like at Walgreens because I had like a coupon or something on it. Here is the Pharmacy Honeymoon Glow AHA Resurfacing Night Serum. I actually miss this. Like, I only used it like twice a week because it's actually pretty potent. Like, it actually like tingles on your face and everything. But I think it really did help, like, you know, resurface the skin a little bit. I really miss this. I might actually... There is a kit out there from Sephora, from Pharmacy, where it has a full size of this and a couple of other things for $60, and this alone is $58. If that's still available, I'm probably actually going to purchase that so I can put this back into my routine, because I miss it. Like, I got that one from, what's it called? BoxyCharm, but I kind of want another one. All right. Oh, I'm so happy I finished this. Here is the Avant Shea Butter 8-hour Radiance Renewal Sleeping Mask. I cut it open. I used up the entire thing. This thing stinks. Something about the smell of this does not agree with me. And it smelled like that ever since I got it. And this is so expensive. This is like $100. I don't know why Avant is so expensive, but it is. And I don't get it. Like, the couple of things I've used from them, I had a primer from them, and it was nice, but it wasn't $125 nice. And this was so thick, I could not stand to put it on my face. I used this up as a hand and foot cream. And that's part of why I actually had to cut it open. Not because I wanted to use every last bit of it, but because it was so thick that I couldn't squeeze it through the tube properly. Like, this needs to be in a jar. So, I did not like that. I do not recommend that. That also came in a BoxyCharm, and I'm glad I got it used up, but ugh, if one ever came to me, I would give it away. I have the Aveda Sap Moss Weightless Hydration Shampoo. This didn't do enough for me. I would not seek that out. The Ecolips Lip Scrub in Mint. This was really nice. Just, you know, a minty lip scrub, but it's really inexpensive, and it lasted me for several months. So I would purchase this again. You can just get it at Walmart. It's like $4. And it is cruelty-free. I did look that up. Yep, says it right here. It's a great product. If you're looking for like an inexpensive lip scrub. Whatever. Alright, so I have the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. Love this stuff. I like Pharmacy products, apparently, because I can't think of anything that I drastically hated from them. Like, there are some things that I think are more worth it than others, obviously. That's any product in any brand, but most of their stuff I really like that I've tried. Alright, and finally, before I get into sheet masks and samples, I have the Glam Glow Bright Eyes eye cream. Glam Glow is not cruelty-free, unfortunately, but this is a really good eye cream. So, I'm not gonna lie, just because I can't purchase it anymore. But, alright, so now we are just down to sheet masks and samples. Thank God. Alright, so for October, for sheet masks, I have the Tony Moly 3-Step Nose Mask Trio. This was fine, not cruelty-free, can't repurchase. I have the Holika Holika Shea Butter Mask. This was nice. The Beauty Chuck Gira Rose Mask. That was nice. I have my last 3 Cos Cody Wine Sheet Mask. Sadly not cruelty-free, or else I would totally be repurchasing because they smell amazing. I have the K Bella Selfie Ready Makeup Priming Mask. I don't think this did much. The Ava Yar Aqua A Solutions Mask. This was pretty nice. I got this from 0.8 liter, free to test. And I have 2 Timeless Beauty Masks. This is the Après Ski and Face the Day. I got these from Ipsy. Unfortunately, these are some of the worst fitting sheet masks I have ever used. Like, they were both too small and too long. Like, they didn't cover my whole face. I did like the cooling aspect of the Après C one, but no, would not seek that out again. And I have the Chica y Chico 3-step wax system where you have the waxing patch, the oil remover pad, and this little soothing hydrogel patch that was in the shape of a mustache because it was made for like your upper lip. It's a very interesting, it's a very good concept. I will give it that, to pack all of that together in like a little trio that you can like throw in a bag and travel with even. Unfortunately, the actual wax strip does not pull out a lot of hair. So I can't recommend it, but it's an interesting idea. And now for October samples, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. This was fine, but like nothing special. I have the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Joya shampoo and conditioner. Smells great, don't get me wrong. I don't think it was special enough to warrant the price tag, but I wouldn't turn down more samples or even like a kit. Just, I have tried so far in my life one shampoo and conditioner from Drunk Elephant actually, that I think is actually worth the high-end price tag, and that one is not. I have a Sephora green clay mask. It was nice, but you know, don't need to buy it from Sephora. You can get that in a million places. And finally, for October, I have these Tier Bubble Toner samples. Unfortunately, there was not enough product in any of these to actually get a feeling for the product. Which sucks, because I was really looking forward to using those. I like trying new toners. Because that's not weird. And finally, we have November's sheet masks and samples. For sheet masks, I have a lot of sheet masks. I have the Mother Made Brightening Pure Pearl sheet mask. This is a good one. I believe Mother Made is cruelty-free, and yeah, I recommend them. I got a pack of 10 of them to try from 0.8 liter. And I think that is my last one. I have the BioRace Intense Hydrating Spirulina masks. I got these from Ipsy. They were fine. I have the Duft and Doft Pink Milk Mask. These are super saturated. If you are really dry skinned, you will probably like this a little bit more than other masks. They are for toning up and radiance. They're very nice. They're a little drippy for me, but they're pretty nice. I have Puriface Dermal Purifying Sheet Mask. This was nice. Got it from Ipsy. I was actually sent this from Ipsy. This was actually in October, and I put this back in the wrong bag. It is the Star Skin Close-Up Firming Biocellulose Face Mask. This is so like fragile thin that I almost tore it opening it up. Beyond that though, it was a good mask. Just had that one issue. Had the Mid-Flower Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizing Mask. Kind of had the same issue with this as I did with the Star Skin in that it's so fragile that I almost ripped it apart. But other than that, good mask. Here is the Glam Up Refreshing Peppermint Purifying Sheet Mask. Love the peppermint. The mask itself is a little on the thick side. I don't mind that. I tear them up less personally. But I know some people like that really thin sheet mask. I'm a little too rough on my stuff to be able to handle something like that. One of these leaked, so you're gonna see a little bit of goo, but it's okay. I have another Puriface. This is the Collagen Mask Sheet Set. This was fine. I have the 111 Skin Rose Gold Brightening Face Mask. This is one of those gel masks, like a solid gel. And it's good, but once again, they charge too much. I got that for BoxyCharm. I'm happy to have them, don't get me wrong, but they expensive. Like, they're $27 a piece. I am not kidding about the expensive part. This is from 0.8 liter as well. It is the Treatise Charcoal Black Sheet Mask. I did like this. I have a Tula Star Bright Sheet Mask. This is also one of those gel masks. I did enjoy it. But Tula is also pretty expensive. I bought this from a pop-up sale for BoxyCharm, so I did not pay full price. Okay, there's two of them. I was like, I thought there were two of these. I I have two of these little Kiss masks. One is for hands and one is for feet. The feet is not a peeling mask, it's just moisturizing. I liked the feet a little bit better than the hand one, mostly just because the hand one is a little awkward to wear. I will say you can use your phone through the hand one, which I was slightly surprised by. But they're both good for like a boost of moisture, but I like the foot one a little bit better. I have the Soap and Glory Puffy Eye Attack Under Eye Brightening Hydrogels. These were fine. But the ones that I love, and I used up all 6 of these, so I have 6 empties technically, because I count these by the thing, not the box. I just stick them in the box for storage purposes. They are the Wander Beauty Baggage Claim Gold Eye Masks. These were not from like FabFitFun or anything. I paid for these, which shows how much I legitimately like them, because I paid for eye sheet masks. And one of the things I really love about them is the fact that you can look down while wearing them. So you could be on your phone, you can be doing whatever. You don't have to literally be laying back in the bed and not moving, or else they go flying off your face. And they do make a difference on me because I am getting older. I do wake up with puffy eyes now and then, but when I use these the night before, I don't. So I think they're really good. Because I know a lot of people say they don't see any like difference when they use stuff like that. I do, that's why I buy them. Anyways, finally, samples. I'm losing my voice, even after having to stop for an hour because my battery charged, I'm still losing my voice. I had the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Avocado and Kiwi Mega Moisture Superfood Mask. I loved this. I like their regular Don't Despair Repair mask, but this one is like that kind of good with this amazing scent on top of it. I'm assuming it's the kiwi because I don't particularly care for avocado. And I like this so much that when Ipsy had an add-on for a mini of it, I got it. So I definitely recommend that. We have the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum. This was like a jelly serum. A little bit too much for my skin, didn't love it. I have the Body Shop Tea Tree 3-in-1 Wash Scrub Mask thing. I honestly think that this is a bit intense for a scrub, and I'll tell you why. It's not because of the scrub itself, it's because of the tea tree. Like, that caught me a little off guard with how potent that felt against my skin, so would not recommend that. I had the Amika Sexture Beach Look Shampoo. I was so afraid that this was either going to knock all the hair color out of my hair or completely dry my hair out, and it did neither, so it's fine. If I do a beach thing, I use my beach texture spray. So I don't need like a shampoo or conditioner. I tend to go for more moisturizing, color protecting stuff. But I had that, so I used it. I had the Cry Baby from TIGI Anti-Frizz Smoothing Serum. This was fine. Not TIGI. IGK. This is IGK. Too many initials. My brain's starting to fry. This was weird. I thought it was something else completely until I was looking at it as I was trying to use it, so it went wonderfully, let me tell you. This is the Amika Instant Shine Mask. I thought that this was like a conditioning mask. No. This is like a clear liquid that you add to your hair, let sit for a minute, and then rinse out after you shampoo. And I didn't see any difference, but I may have just not done it right somehow. I don't know, it didn't go well when I was trying to use it, so I don't have a good opinion of it, but that might be my fault. And finally, when I got the mask from Treatise from 0.8 liter, they sent me like a bunch of samples as well, and I was really thrilled, but unfortunately I didn't really care for them for the most part. Like, they sent me the Moist Science Barrier Recovery set of like 3 different moisturizers of 3 different levels. They got the cream, the lotion, and the water gel. I thought I would like the water gel, but it was so sticky afterwards that it just felt gross. And both the lotion and the cream were too heavy feeling on my skin. So I didn't like any of those. Now, they also sent me the UV Defense Sunscreen and SPF 50+. This I did like, but I mean, it's sunscreen. It's not hard to find a fairly inexpensive sunscreen, or even if you want to go more on the expensive side, you don't necessarily have to order online. Kula sunscreen is just about everywhere now, including I think at like Walmart. I know that they're at Walgreens because I saw them there the other day. So even though I like this, I wouldn't necessarily seek it out. Oh God, this is like an hour long. As far as my numbers are concerned, because I'm trying to hit 750 empties, including things like samples by the end of the year, because it's still stuff leaving my collection. I am on track. I'm barely on track, but I am on track. The thing is, I am basically out of samples. Now, I have a lot of year-long products that are wrapping up in December, so I think I can still hit my goal and be okay. But I'm not going to be doing a number thing next year. Certainly not 750, because this probably wouldn't have been as hard if it wasn't for the whole Corona thing going on and like everybody having to stay indoors a lot, nobody going anywhere, everything shut down. So I definitely wasn't wearing makeup as often. So that's definitely thrown a bunch of my numbers off. But right now I'm still on track and that's good. But hopefully I can make it to the end of the year. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye!